Hi everyone, welcome to Edu-Astro. And today we are going to cover a very important topic. We all know that all the planets in Vedic astrology, they are placed in some house or some Rashi in the chart. And they produce their results according to the positions they have. However, there are other aspects which these grahas or planets have when they are sitting at one place. Now, those are special aspects. That means if a planet is sitting in the first house, it will have its 100% aspect on the house opposite to itself. That's the seventh house. However, there are other special aspects of the planets, of certain planets, which are extremely important because they have their own meaning. And when you understand that, it becomes very easy and very delightful when you pinpoint the specific psychological pattern of the native respective to those areas of lives, right? So today's session is on special aspects of the planets in Vedic astrology. With that, let's start. So Jupiter, Rahu, and Ketu, these three planets, they have special aspects of 5 and 9. That means the fifth aspect and the ninth aspect, apart from the seventh aspect. Saturn has the special aspect of the third house and the 10th house. That means wherever Saturn is sitting, it will also look at the third house from it and the 10th house from it, apart from the seventh aspect, which Saturn already has. Now we have Mars. Mars looks at the fourth house and the eighth house. That is the fourth aspect and the eighth aspect from where Mars is sitting. So Jupiter, Rahu, and Ketu have special aspects of fifth and ninth. Saturn has the special aspect of third and 10th. And Mars has the special aspect of fourth and eighth. Very simple to remember. The interesting part is, what do these aspects mean? Okay. So now let's delve deep into it. Jupiter is the planet of dharma, righteousness, expansion, morality, positivity, hope, and wishes, and celebrating the moments, law, all these things. Right? And there are many more. So when Jupiter looks at any specific house with its fifth aspect, it means that that particular house becomes your baby, your kid. You nurture that house, okay? And like you treat your kids, your students, your passion, your fun in life, you try to keep on increasing it, growing them, right? So that house becomes a very important part in your life which you want to grow. The practical knowledge of your existence, how to deal with the significations of that house, is of utmost importance, which Jupiter teaches you with its fifth aspect on that house. Like, I'll take an example. Say Jupiter is in the first house and in the sign of Gemini, right? So fifth house becomes Libra, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From Gemini, if you count 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seventh sign, Libra. So fifth house becomes Libra, where Jupiter's fifth aspect is working. Now, in matters of your kid, so what does it mean? It means that in matters of your kids, education, business, trade, markets, anything like that, which is represented by Libra or the fifth house, you will be very passionate and you will enjoy every moment as you go along that journey to get the practical knowledge of these areas of life. And this in turn will help you to grow and progress. Okay? So whenever Jupiter is looking at any house from its fifth aspect, keep these points in mind, keep those significations there, and you will see the results which come out are extremely delightful. Now, Jupiter's ninth aspect. When Jupiter throws its ninth aspect on any house, that house becomes your higher purpose, your higher dharma, right? somehow you are forced to learn those things. And these are the higher things or the philosophies which we must learn for our own evolution. Like, we'll take another example. Like, Jupiter is in first house in Gemini. Let's take the same example. And the ninth house becomes Aquarius, where Jupiter's ninth aspect is working. Right? Now, what does this mean? That whether you like it or not, in matters related to righteousness, religion, higher philosophy, service to father, service to bosses, working in big organizations, working in teams, right? Working for your luck and livelihood, you will be forced to learn how to do these things, whether you like it or not. You might say that, oh my God, I'm working so hard for these things, but you have to learn it, because once you learn that, you are going to elevate to a different personality. That is the job of Jupiter, expansion. Okay. Now, Saturn is the planet of patience, sorrow, discipline, hard work, status in the society, how people perceive you. That's all Saturn. And there are many more, but these are some of the things which come out very distinctly. Okay. Now, wherever Saturn is sitting and wherever Saturn's third aspect is, when Saturn throws that third aspect on any house, Saturn is demanding that you must be extremely disciplined, organized, structured, and planned towards the significations of that house. Moreover, you must be very patient for those significations to fructify, because it is going to take time. Saturn is going to make you a master there. For that, you need to give time and have patience, because once you do this properly, then big rewards will come. That's what Saturn is promising. And we have already discussed in previous videos that Saturn is the only planet of surety amongst all the 9 planets which are there. Right? So I'll take an example. Like, Saturn is in the third house in Leo sign. Okay. So third from Leo, that is third from the third house, becomes Libra, right? 5, 6, 7. So becomes Libra again. And that's where Saturn is throwing its third aspect. Right? So whenever you are having this combination, in matters of your kids' education, business, trade, markets, anything related to the fifth house or the Libra sign, in terms of your wife, in terms of your partner, partnerships, right? You must be extremely disciplined, organized, structured, and planned, and have a lot of patience to improve slowly every day, which you will give you very big rewards once you have attained that level. Now, Saturn's 10th aspect. Now, when Saturn throws its 10th aspect on any house, you must put in a lot of hard work, effort, discipline, organization, and patience to deal with the reputation, image, and authority of that house. What does it mean? With an example, I'll explain. Like, Saturn is in the third house in Leo. We'll take the same example. The 10th house from Saturn becomes Taurus, where its 10th aspect is working. Now, Taurus is the sign of family, Taurus is the sign of finance. And the 10th aspect is working in the 12th house. 12th house is the house of expenditure, right? And a lot of other things, obviously. So you must put in a lot of hard work and effort and discipline and organization and patience to deal with money matters, to deal with family matters, to deal with financial expenses, to deal with father's property and father's peace, to deal with father's family, right? To deal with your parental grandmother, especially your feet. You will see there was a lot of problem in your feet. You have to regularly keep on working on your feet. Right? Any kind of devotion you have, either materialistic or non-materialistic, in your life needs all these attributes to be implemented very, very profoundly. So that is the meaning of Saturn's special aspects. The special aspects of Mars. Right? Now, Mars as a planet denotes courage, effort, command, rule, survival, siblings, initiation, focus, land, husband, logical change, and a lot of other things. Now, when Mars looks at any particular house with its fourth aspect, then what happens? That's the place where you want to conquer that area in your life, no matter what. And you will put in all your efforts required to do so. Let's take an example. Mars is in the second house in the sign of Cancer. Example. Now, the fourth house from Mars becomes Libra, right? That is your fifth house. So the Mars's fourth aspect is working on your fifth house. So in matters of your kid, education, business, trade, markets, relationships, all that, you will put in all your efforts very, very logically and systematically to succeed and establish your command. That is the innate desire which you will have. And also that is what Mars wants to teach you. That is something pending from the past life. You have wanted to learn this lesson. So you have got this combination where you are going to do this and then evolve to a different personality. Now, Mars's eighth aspect. When Mars throws its eighth aspect on any house, you will take the challenge there and overcome all adversities because you will explore there fearlessly and you will conquer because of the fearlessness. Like example, we'll take the same example. Mars is in the second house in the house of Cancer. Now the eighth house from Mars becomes Aquarius, which is the eighth aspect of Mars, the ninth house where the aspect is working. So what will happen? So you will be exploring the world of financial management, higher learning, occult sciences, inner principles, dealing with your seniors very, very fearlessly. And you will not have any inhibitions. Nobody can stop you there. So because you are going to be fearless, you are going to try out new things, learn new things, fail a lot of times, then get up again. You will overcome all the adversities and command your position there. That's what Mars wants to teach you with its eighth aspect. Great. Rahu has the special aspect of fifth house and the ninth house. That is the fifth aspect and the ninth aspect. Now, Rahu as a planet or a Chaya Graha is the source of desire. You know, it signifies desire, obsession, ambition, attachment, achievement of goals, illusion, right? The drive to be best in everything is Rahu. Magician is Rahu. Innovator, technical bent of mind, scientific bent of mind, doing unusual things, thinking out of the box, and not being accepted very easily in the society and going to the depth of things is Rahu. Now, Rahu's fifth aspect, wherever Rahu throws its fifth aspect, you are obsessed with that signification and you will do anything to take control there. That is what this fifth aspect means. Let's take an example. Like Rahu is in the fourth house in Virgo. The fifth house from Rahu becomes Capricorn. And that's where the fifth aspect is working. That is the eighth house in the horoscope. So when this happens, what happens is you become obsessed with your work. You become obsessed with routine. You become obsessed in occult sciences, research, finding out magic from things, going in deep into data, and you will do anything to get a mastery in these subjects and keep on working there. And you will do the best to control the environment of your in-laws and your spouse's wealth. That is Rahu's fifth aspect. So Rahu's ninth aspect. Rahu's ninth aspect, wherever it lands, wherever Rahu throws its ninth aspect, you're very inclined to become the best advisor, counselor in that area, which actually you are not. Because those particular significations of that house, that Rashi, you think you already have and you have already achieved that knowledge and you're trying to tell people about that. Fact of the matter is, you need to master that, right? Before starting to counsel. So you should focus on mastering those things. only then will you be able to create your own methods and command them, which is Rahu's innate desire, commanding. So I'll take an example. Same example, Rahu is in the fourth house of Virgo. Right? The ninth house from Rahu becomes Taurus, where ninth aspect of Rahu is working. It's the 12th house. Now, we have already discussed that 12th house is the house of expenses, Taurus is the house of the Rashi of finance, family, and other things. Now, what will happen is here the native will be very inclined to advise or counsel people like your father's family, your elder brother, your daughter, right? Your daughter's spouse, your or son-in-law, right? Regarding the matters of financial literacy, financial management, spirituality, meditation, all these things. The fact of the matter is the person has yet not mastered that. Once you master it, then giving advice is a very different thing. And that is what Rahu wants to teach you with its ninth aspect. Ketu as a planet signifies detachment, separation, moksha or nothingness, past life experiences, sorcery energy, then research, right? Devotion, spirituality, all these things. The fine line is that Ketu does not actually separate us physically where it aspects. But wherever Ketu sits, that's where the more physical separation is seen. So when Ketu has two special aspects of fifth and ninth house, what matters is what do these aspects mean? So wherever Ketu is sitting and it throws its aspect on any house which is the fifth house from it, right? You are very curious over there. And you want to know more about those things, those significations, and try out different ways to learn more about it. Okay, like Ketu is in the 10th house in Pisces, and thus the fifth house of Ketu becomes Cancer, and which is actually the second house in the chart. Now, so naturally, you are inclined to know more about family. How do you get peace? How do you build wealth? How do you get more properties, land? How do you improve and build on your core principles? Like all these things will come into play. Now, to learn this, Ketu will help you to reach, to detach yourselves, your emotions, mentally, which are holding you back to elevate. This is the process which will be followed. Ketu's ninth aspect. This is the aspect where Ketu's ninth house, that is the ninth house from Ketu is being looked at by Ketu. And when you are in this position, you are wanting to really go very deep and to the extreme core of that matter, of that area, to understand it totally. Now, example, Ketu is in the 10th house in Pisces, same example. The ninth house from Ketu becomes Scorpio, right? Where it is actually the sixth house in the chart. Now, over here, you are inclined to know super fine details about how do I get myself better? How does my health improve? How do I heal people? How do I know more about occult sciences? How do I go into the depth of it? How do I understand pending karma from past life, any experiences? How do I get those knots open, right? You will want to resolve any issue by going into the depth of those problems. And research is a very important part of Ketu. So you might be very inclined into doing data analysis and things like that, right? Because you want to go to the depth of the situation and then rectify it to the core. Here, Ketu will help you get detached from your inhibitions, might be from your in-laws, might be from your maternal family, or whosoever is holding you back for you to elevate to the next level. Okay, right? So these are the special aspects of the planets in the Vedic astrology. These very well apply when the planets are transiting also. So when there is a transit, you check the fifth and the ninth, and you will see these qualities getting very, very vibrant in that particular time. It works like that. Okay. So this completes the series of the special aspects from our side, right? And it's very difficult to elaborate everything in a small video. So whenever, if you want to learn more, you can always, contact us or visit our website, and we would be very delighted to help. Okay. So with that, thank you very much. Hope you have liked it, and we will continue with different series of different subjects very soon, and with greater insights. Okay. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.